Using the word routines, I mean, routines-based intervention and routines-based interview is one of your key learnings. Could you perhaps tell us a bit about why you would use a routine-based interview?
The routines-based interview specifically is a needs assessment process. So a lot of assessments and evaluations that children get are to establish eligibility or to know how a child performs relative to other children of that age for various reasons. But a lot of those tests don't actually get at the functional needs of the child, especially in the context that the child lives in. And those contexts are what we mean by routines. So we don't mean routines in the sense that everything has to be done in a predictable way. We just use that term for chunks of the day. In other words, where life happens. And so in early childhood, that starts from when the parents wake up, because we don't just think of it as child routines, we think of it also as family routines. So when the parents wake up, then the child wakes up through the usual things that happen during the day. Maybe if the child goes to some kind of a group care program like childcare or preschool, or I think you call it prep or kinder, yeah. Yep, and then the evening times of the day, dinner preparation time, dinner, bath time, etc. Those are the contexts of everyday life. And so by sorting out what's needed for a child to function meaningfully in everyday life, that's just the organizing method that we use so that we are sure not to miss too many needs, and to really look at the whole child and family, not divided up by developmental domains, but the way life naturally is carried out.
So sometimes people say, oh, you know, I work with a certain family, I don't think they have any routines.
Right.
Have you heard that before?
Yeah, and so when people say that families don't have routines, what they are thinking is that they're thinking of those families who don't have predictable routines. They're thinking of the families where life is chaotic, every day is different, and that those families are, of course, just as legitimate as the families who have predictable routines. But even those families have routines the way we define them. At some point the child wakes up, at some point food gets put into the child's mouth, at some point there's toileting, at some point there's playtime, at some point they go out. All of those things are routines, even if they're all jumbled up in the order of a particular family.